All right, now we're going to look at, once we've collected data with the LabQuest, different ways we can access that data. So I've recorded on here the temperature sensor taking a reading for a little while. And in order to take a look at the results of this, I'm going to look up at these little squares, and these are different menus of stuff you can select with the LabQuest. And I'm going to choose the one that kind of looks like a graph, because it is a graph. So it pulls up this graph of the data, and I can take a look at this and maybe even better organize it by selecting graph, and then auto scale once will basically make the graph look kind of pretty and try and get it centered. So this is the best the LabQuest can do on that. And now if I want to look at the data at any given point, all I have to do is actually touch that line somewhere. So there it'll tell me the time. So this is at 90.5 seconds. The temperature was 82.9. So simply by selecting anywhere on there, I can find the values on the graph. So the x-coordinate is time. So here at 12 seconds, the temperature was 80 degrees. So it's a nice little interactive map. There are some other things I can do for this. Now this is more advanced stuff, but might as well see it now. One of the things we're going to be very interested in later in the year is finding the slope of these lines. So if I click the Analyze button and I hit Tangent, anywhere I put my cursor now, we'll say right there, or right there, we'll get something that has a better reading. It now tells me the slope of the line at that point. So here the slope is negative 0.1. And that's not as important now. We'll see that this becomes very, very important later once we get into physics. So now to turn that off, I just go back to Analyze and I unselect it. Another way of looking at this data that can be very, very helpful is to look at it in a table. And if you look up here at our top icons, there is an area where we have a table. And this is just a huge amount of information in one place. Notice I can scroll on this and I can find the temperature at any time. So at 0 seconds it was 74.4, 0.5 it was 74.7. And so if I know what time I want to look for, like let's say I want to know the temperature after 100 seconds, I can just go through this list and find 100 seconds, and the temperature was 82.4. So by using this table, I can go through and find whatever piece of data I would like. And between this table and the graph, you should be able to find out just about anything you need about the data that you collected.